Well, hello, welcome back to Tail 3 Cabins. I'd mentioned last week that I was on my way down here to Southern Ohio for opening day of gun season. This will be a vast change compared to last year when we were down here. We had the old cabin still standing, and that was the last year we used it for hunting season. Then we tore it down in the spring and we put up this new place, so it'll be interesting to see how things go. Everything's done on the inside. There's a few more quirky things that still need to be taken care of. Issues with our water tank. I got about 700 gallons in there. Hopefully it should last a week with 5 or 6 guys down here. There's some outside work, but that's going to have to wait until spring, I think. But for the most part, we're all set to go. So I checked right when I got off the freeway before I lose signal that we've got some rain coming behind me. It's about an hour away. So as soon as I get there, I'm going to want to start setting things up, get Starlink up, unload my truck real quick, get everything out of my truck, and then I'll move it off to the side of our new parking area. Then we'll just repeat that scenario with everybody that shows up. I'm not sure how many UTVs are showing up this year or trailers, but I think we're going to have more room than we did last year. We'll see how that works out also. So I also got a call from a friend of mine and an old co-worker that he was going to be down hunting in our area, and he wasn't quite sure where our cabin was compared to where he was hunting at. So he sent me a picture, and it turns out it's maybe about a half mile down the road. I recognized the cabin right off the bat. So it should be an interesting week, so why don't you stick around and check it out. So just about all our previous trips coming down here has been a whirlwind. There's always something pressing and something to do, and we're now getting to the point where we can enjoy the fruits of our labor a little bit. That's not to say that a lot of things need to still be done around here, but this is the time of year where I like to enjoy the outside before the weather gets really bad and just enjoy some of the small things. This was some footage that was shot earlier during bow season. I was glad I could still get out a couple times to enjoy that fiery red sunset sitting up in a tree. Alright, back to opening day, which starts tomorrow. Today is Sunday evening. Usually everybody unloads their vehicles, gets situated, we have a nice meal, and stay up much too late to get up so early in the morning.
Got you an egg cutter.
We're going to need them.
Too bad. That could be a lot of stuff just blowing when you're cutting. I'll set it over here.
What you do?
Huh?
You lose your ATV?
I didn't bring it.
Oh, uh-oh.
That means you got to Uber him up the mountain.
Yeah, or I'll stay here. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you have to make reservations.
Because he's got a good sense of humor on him too. I
That's
love
my room in the back, the big one.
A little closet in there.
Sneaky is, but I guess I'll
Cool.
take it at this point. He can make moves with his legs, and you're right, guys. Feel that way. You can tell.
Did you really want the oven on? Just before coming out, John put a large pork butt on his egg at home and cooked it overnight, smoked it, slow cooked it to perfection, wrapped it all up while it was still warm, and had time to rest on the trip down.
What, did Mel call you or something?
He talked to me last week, asking where our place was at.
Gary and Beth.
Sure looks different.
A little bit, yeah. Wait, is he right on your butt the whole time, or what?
Yeah, coming down this road, yeah.
Hey, Nicholas.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thought that was you behind me.
Yeah, I thought that was you. I saw as soon as you turned on the 260.
That thing's got heat, right?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we'll take it over there and see if anybody's
Just gotta
there.
put doors on it.
No.
We got doors. We got canvas doors.
Oh, really? So this is our first time down here in hunting camp where we've been able to all eat around the table.
Run the ball. You look at what you're doing when you run the ball. Jerome Ford now 7 carries.
I want to know how it's done.
He's been kissing butt for like the last year. I had a downside and he slid right in there.
Paid out.
I've been loyal for 20 years, Nick.
What is this stuff?
Homemade barbecue sauce.
Who made it?
Me.
Hey,
Not really.
you went out with
Try it.
the old place.
Jameson. Good.
Gotta keep that fork. Can't try watching.
Oh, I was keeping the fork, and it was clean.
I should be like my mother-in-law.
Oh,
Me
wait.
and Nick are like, oh my God.
We're both germaphobes, John, but I think Tony knows who the word germaphobe is.
Me?
Yeah.
You gonna score, Nick?
3rd and 7, they're at the 11-yard line.
What down, Nick?
4th and 2 from the 2. They're going
Double?
for it.
Oh, pick the points.
There we go.
Now they gotta go for 2 to tie the game.
Yeah, threw to the other tight end, I think. And you have top of the joke.
Opening day morning, pretty uneventful. Couple shots out in the distance, but nothing nearby. Saw a couple does run in front of me earlier this morning, but that's been about it so far. It's about 30 degrees out, on and off flurries. The sun just came out a little bit ago. Just sitting on a tree seat for now. I've moved in a couple different spots, but maybe the afternoon will be a little bit better. We'll see what happens. Now, while I'm sitting out here in southern Ohio, up in our house in northern Ohio, this is going on in our backyard. So I'm in a place where there's a lot of deer sign over here, but I'm not seeing them. It looks like there's a big boy that's hanging out here. There's a lot of rubs. There's a couple scrapes. And in this scrape, there's some deer poop that was not there this morning. So in between my little break around lunchtime, somebody came a-calling and we just weren't here. Two doe. All right. No.
Sound like a shot from over your way.
Heard a lot of shots tonight.
Those seemed pretty far away though, didn't they?
No, it seemed close. It could have been not far from you.
Oh, the one, yeah. You see anything?
Two does.
Jeez.
No shots? Or were you thinking about the dragging thing again?
You guys see anything?
I seen 4. My dad seen none.
4 does?
2 does for sure. The last 2 were 5 minutes ago, and I had no idea what they were. They were sprinting by in the dark.
At least you seen them.
Yep.
And?
I've never been in the woods and not seen a squirrel before.
I saw
Well,
some.
you've seen lots of squirrels.
I haven't seen a single one. Not a chipmunk or a squirrel. Birds. Mostly finches. Some cardinals.
Did that feeder go off?
No.
No?
That's why they're not coming around. They know the feeder's broke.
Unless we got up there too late. I don't know what time that's set to go off.
That's what I was wondering what time.
Did you
it
see
was set.
corn?
What's that?
See any corn around it?
Yeah, there's corn on the ground there.
Yeah. It's still going off.
Yeah, we'll just put this on a simmer and get it going.
Once this comes in with its energy and its moisture, that is the sign that things are beginning to change. You can see a more northwest wind.
So it was a very windy morning, and also the temperature dropped quite a bit. So a lot of us just stayed inside thinking it wasn't going to be worth going out. But I do have one project while I got everybody down here. I have 5 good-sized brush piles left over from the construction of this place, from them clearing out all the trees and widening the area, making room for septic, the water system, etc. And this one is right behind the house and kind of an eyesore when you're looking out the windows, so I thought it'd be a great time with the 2 UTVs to get out the chainsaw, use the UTVs to shuttle the wood back and forth to the wood shed, and clean this area up really quick.
Back up right here, further up, and then we'll get all this little stuff out of the way.
Oh, we're not going on the side.
Again. Okay.
Easy. That should be a fuse, and we just light it and get rid of it.
This last part, instead of just chopping up all the kindling and stacking it in the UTV, which takes up a lot of room because it's just so bulky, would be a lot easier just to drag it down to the fire pit. Fire night.
Another one.
Need some power steering? tailgate down. So the woodshed is topped off again, but I still have 4 more of those brush piles out there, and most of them are a bit larger.
You got an extra stool?
There's one in the back of the... Oh, there's one in the seat of my UTV.
On the floor now of the UTV.
Yeah.
That's mine.
What? Oh, jeez, we got a backup. What, do you got a jackknife down the lottie up there?
You don't want to know. Where's your gun? Oh, his gun's over here.
Tom, you need more doors.
I think there's a toll.
Wow. How old is he?
All right, so we're going to finish this story next week. I still have quite a bit more footage to go, and we're about 16, 17 minutes into this video already. And rather than trying to make a very long video, I thought I would just divide this up into 2. So we'll pick up next week with the rest of this. I was very appreciative that we got that wood pile cleared out. Normally we'd be looking at it right now out this window, but that's all gone, so that's nice. There's 4 more big piles to go. But it really helped out having 6 of us here working on it, and we did it in about 2 hours time, so it didn't take too long at all. And then also we're going to pick up where I left off at my daughter's house with their backyard project pretty soon, probably in a couple weeks. I still have some footage from Tennessee that I want to share with you. It was a pretty risky project, fixing some flashing off the high side of our house. It's a little bit harder than I thought. We're going to have to reposition the lift, try to move it in towards the house and over to the left, and see if I can gain another 4 feet to bridge the gap of those 2 pieces of trim in there. I have that coming up also, but for now I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoy and subscribe to these videos. Click on that little bell when you want to know when a new one's coming out, and keep an eye on us. Take care, everybody.